Hello, hello. It's been a bit. We're kicking off the morning with our normal stand-up. We in the Discord channel and the JavaScript algo. We're just pulling up January 24th's exercise today. First time I'm looking at it, of course, and we're gonna just work through this. On the roadmap today, we are going to work through this, and then after this, we will set up the boilerplate for the copy that challenge, CSS challenge, and then I'm going to be working through a Udemy course for the rest of the day. So that's the plan. So let's go ahead and get into it. So your function is going to take in two arguments, the current father's age and the current age of his son. Calculate how many years ago the father was calculate how many years ago the father was twice as old as his son, or in how many years he will be twice as old. I'm going to look at these tests here, figure out what the heck he's talking about. Okay, wait, what? 36 times, what are we saying, 22? And 7 times 22. Oh, wait a second. I think it's so 36 minus 22. 14. So okay. So what we're saying is given the son's age, so the son's age is a given number, right? So I will say son years old. So that's a given number. We need to lower the dad's age to this number. I mean, the first thing I think of is let I equal and then this is going to be if dad's year or dad's if dad years old is greater than I, then I minus minus. Does the minus minus go up front? I don't think so. I think it goes. I haven't used this in a bit. Wait, we don't want that. Do plus equals. Wait. Yeah, that's a little confusing, but this is a negative number. Wait, that's an infinite loop. See, in my head, I was thinking I'd decrement dad years old. Which I guess we, well, what if it was a while loop? While dad's years old. I keep doing that. While dad years old is greater than, or wait. While it's greater than son years old, do the following. Oh, that's an infinite loop. My bad. Dad years old isn't being edited. We need to. Yeah, I wanted the for loop might have been nice, but we can do this too. There we go. I'm thinking counters being returned regardless. Let's test that theory. Nope, that's not it. $29, we got 25 instead of 5. Wait. Wait, do I misunderstand? Let me think about this again. So the dads, so we got to count down from this number to this number and save the result. No, that's not how it is. Because 55 down to 30 would be, you know, what I have. what I'm getting back. It is actually like this. This was correct. Right? Yeah, there you go. 7. 45, 35, 30. Yeah. So mine, so yeah, basically the way I designed this is what I said I thought would solve the problem, but this is clearly not. the problem. What is the problem? I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. So testing for dad's age. What's the pattern here? Calculate how many years ago the father was twice as old as his son. Or in how many years he will be twice as old. Oh, okay. $36 minus 22 is 14. 7 times 2 would be 14. 55 plus 5 equals 60, which is double than 30. This is 0 because these are already double of each other. This would be minus 20, right? This would be minus 29. Interesting. Okay, okay. Write a function that is checking to either add a given number or minus to ensure that dad years old what is our goal? Purpose. Purpose, if I can write. So dad years old is greater than no times excuse me. Okay. So the purpose is at the end of this function, our answer times 2 or answer times son years old which should be more like dad years old plus or minus is equal to 2 times son years old. There we go. We're getting it. We're getting it. All right, so what is the first thing we need to determine? before we get to this, we have to figure out what this number is, right? We need to be able to determine whether we need to add or subtract. But we do know, what if we say this to start? We have const, what do I call this? All right. So we have this sun, which we're evaluating, and we have this dad years old that we're evaluating. So we got to get dad years old to the same value as sun. Or this is where we could do our counter. Do a for loop. Actually, this is, hold up. Let's copy this. Give me back that while loop I just had. We're actually back here. How about that? So, I'm gonna run this just so I can see the console logs. I didn't expect this to pass everything. So, for instance, we have 7 times 2 is 14. We have 14 here. And then our counter is set to 0. And while dad years old, which was 36, is greater than 7, I'm sorry, this is 14 now. We're going to decrement this number, so 35, and then we're going to increase this number, right? 35, 34, 30, and so on and so forth. But then we have these other cases here where it would be better to increment the number rather than, you know, because this is just assuming one case. It's assuming that we're going down. Basically, this number is greater than this number. I guess we could do this. It's just chain while loops. This is really clunky and I don't like it, but this should solve those cases. Oh, it's so bad. Boom. I mean, it works, right? Because this is taking in, it's saying, hey, if dad is less, or if dad is greater than son, then do this. If dad is less than son, do this. They both work. copy that. I'm sure that would pass all the tests. I think that's all the... Okay, so how could we make this more, you know, more friendly? More compact. I'm gonna get rid of the console log here from both. So let's think about this mathematically for a second. So we have sun years old to the second power. No, times 2. Right? If this, and we need to return the difference, right? I believe that's correct. Let's take a look at that and let's write this out again. So this was dad years old. I'm gonna just get rid of all those. So this was dad years old times, no. It would either be plus a number or minus a number is equal to sun years old times 2, right? And what would and you know, what I was thinking is, what if we divide dad years old divided by so what we're really doing is we need to save for this number. So what if instead of doing that, we move dad years old, divide it over here. So we have this divided by dad. Would it be minus? Right? I mean, if this is it, I'll be like shocked. Wow. Algebra. I actually am using algebra. Holy crap. I never in a million years thought that I would be using algebra in code. I know that sounds completely ridiculous to some people, but really, this is just an algebraic, no, this is just an expression. And all we need to do here is make sure this is a positive number, right? And parse int is not what I want. It's math.abs. What the heck is abs? The absolute value. I'm gonna keep these comments because this is pretty key for me solving this. Awesome. I couldn't be happier with what I went through to figure this out. I am over the moon. This is really cool. In fact, we can make this even better by just doing this, I think. That's really cool. Awesome. All right, well, let's save our code. We're going to save that. What a great, you know, that always feels good. I've noticed that coding every day has made me feel really good about myself. Doing practice problems, struggling through things. Like some days, obviously, this is I think of it as like the coder's paradox, where you're gonna go from feeling like you understand everything to feeling like you don't understand anything. And that's just like the normal flow, I feel like. Um, for software engineers or whatever. I don't even know what to call it. People that code. Obviously, people that code aren't all software engineers, but I feel this way, so that's what I'm trying to describe. Who needs to put it in a box, right? Cool. Let's get add all. Oh my gosh. Excellent. All right. So the next thing is adding a new folder for week 5. Let's go ahead and cd into that. And then we will do npx. Oh, it won't let us, yeah. Oh, what should we call this? Rocket. There we go. While that's running, let's finish up our submit that bad boy. See what other solutions there are here. Nice. Just simplified it. Cool. Well, let's find us another one. Now, I told our Discord group that we'd be doing the hardest. Make sure this is JavaScript. Okay, and I started twice as old, and then we'll go down to pillars. I'm going to slightly read that because that one was... Okay, cool. I realize that the hardest ones are probably the percentage of people that finish, and not necessarily because they're hard. Maybe because they're poorly worded and people don't finish them. But, alright, let's go ahead and post that in the Discord for tomorrow. Some of these I think are, maybe not as hard as... Yeah, I might go back to doing like... I don't know, the other one. Alright, let's get some boilerplate set up here. Okay, we got our rocket folder. We're going to just go ahead and get rid of our tests, set up tests. Boilerplate, boilerplate. Get rid of all this junk that I don't like. Oh, my commits are struggling today. Okay. So we're set to go for our week challenge, at least a boilerplate, so I can start working on that when I'm on my off time. Other than that, we finished our stand-up for today, 45 minutes in for the day. I am going to be working the rest of the day, so this stream's going to be ended a bit early, but the rest of the day is going to be in Udemy for me. I'm working through a great Udemy course. Found this guy on YouTube, and I really like the way he teaches. It's the Net Ninja, and I'm taking his course here. I'm not going to show it, but it's build web apps with React and Firebase, just in preparation for a job that I'm working on. I want to make sure that I'm as prepared as I can be, so want to get through as much as this as I can and really understand how to interact with Firebase the best I can. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Hope you guys have a great week, or I'll see you tomorrow morning on the next